Welcome to Big Ideas Little Table. I'm Peter.
And I am Chris.
And today we're talking about a couple weird things in Mexico. So Chris just went to Mexico. Bless his soul. He was building houses for the needy there. So
Yeah.
guaranteed ticket to heaven.
Yeah.
I'll have to do some better work. But hopefully you could just put in a good word with them up there.
I don't know that mine's a guaranteed ticket. I'm trying to offset all the terrible things I do, in my day to day.
Could you build me a house in heaven when you get up there?
Oh yeah,
I
no
mean,
problem.
You've already built one in Mexico. So.
It will not be up to code because yeah.
So now, I as someone that's totally ignorant, I have no idea.
Sure.
But I hear a lot of things about Mexico, and honestly, I'm scared. That's why I don't go there. People are always like, "Oh yeah, it's fun. You can do this." Specifically TJ. There are other parts,
Sure.
that you can go to Cancun, DF, but specifically like TJ, it scares me to go there.
Okay.
But the man that builds houses for charity, nothing will scare this man. Were you scared at all? Anything weird happen?
Well, I mean, when you go in a big group, I mean, no. The only thing that was odd is we went down there for 2 days. And we stayed the night at like a community center or something of that nature. The only thing that was odd is in the morning when we got up, like this community center was on like a dirt road. And we were in like not the great area because you don't build houses in the great areas. You build the houses in the not great areas.
We're in the ritzy part of TJ, man. You should have seen the mansion
we
built.
built a fantastic mansion for a very wealthy client. He was very thrilled.
It wasn't charity. We got paid for it. So really we just contracted to do it.
I'm just a contractor. So I mean, this is going to make me sound callous and terrible, but I mean the area.
Don't do it. You already built your house in heaven. Don't tear it down.
The poor people that were building the houses for, like the houses around them are like built out of like trash. It's really sad to see, but so that's what I'm trying to say is like this. We were staying at a community center, but the houses around it on this dirt road that is like on the crest between two canyons, like it's. And a lot of the streets don't, like the roads rather, don't have street signs or anything. But in the morning, 2 vehicles went rolling by, both of them military,
Okay.
like heavily armed.
Oh.
Like M16s, bunches of dudes in it, like military guys.
So this random slum town.
Yep. And so one of them was like a Jeep with an open back, and there was like 6 guys sitting back there, all armed. And then the other one was a Humvee driver, full of guys, and then like the open turret thing on the top. And he was sitting up there with an M16,
Dang.
rolling through this area. I'm like, what is going on? Like, and they went by once, and then like an hour later they went by again. Same guys, same 2 cars. Still fully loaded, like, why?
That's a little odd. Did it
Yeah.
kind of like give you pause? Like, oh, what's about to go down?
Slightly, because I'm like, are you concerned about some sort of rebellion in the slums? So, like, I don't know. It was just, that was the only thing that was, like, weird.
They were actually the inspectors. They were going to see if your building was to
They're like,
code. They don't mess
isn't
around
right.
in Mexico.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
This is actually a 60-degree angle, so everyone dies now.
Are these studs 16 on center? This one's 15 and a half. What? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that would intimidate me. Here, you see police, and you say what you want about the police, but they're relatively, they don't have a whole lot of weaponry when you see them. Like in the car,
Sure.
that's a different story. When they're walking about, they just look like, they're wearing a little belt, little vest, no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But other countries, they don't mess around.
Yeah.
These people have automatic weapons. They look like they're about to do business.
It was a full-on. I mean, I don't know a lot about guns, but I'm pretty sure it was an M16, which is that like automatic. It's all black with like banana clip, like.
It's the one that's going to blow you away if
Yeah.
you make the wrong move.
Yeah, and every single one of the guys had one. It was like, so there's 18 men here, all fully armed with automatic. Like, what are you guys doing?
Especially in the middle of nowhere. They're like, what's going on?
Like, I mean, these poor people are literally living in garbage. What are you worried about?
They're worried about you. We hear there's a man here with an incredibly good voice.
Yeah,
We have come to
Peter.
take him.
you stop it, you.
They want to do the Mexican radio show. That's what we need to get him, and he will do our radio podcast.
Cinco, but
That would be awesome.
Bienvenido. I wish I knew more Spanish. I would rattle it off. But
Gotta have that one too. You could do Chris's celebration of love in Spanish.
I don't. How do you say that in Spanish? Celebración
La
de
celebración de
amor.
amor, de Chris.
I don't know enough Spanish. I can do the voice. I just don't know enough Spanish words to string a sentence together.
We'll just do teleprompters. So you just read off the teleprompter. But anyway, so I also heard while you're out there being a little angel,
Mm-hmm.
apparently they're watching you with the M16s.
Yeah, they were.
But you got to crap in a bucket. What was up with this? Maybe that's what they're looking for. They're like, we hear people are crapping in buckets over here. What's going on?
I don't know who this guy is.
Who is it?
I don't know who this American is who thinks he can come down here and just take a dump in our bucket. Okay, can I get this public service? I'm going to get on this soapbox right now. Don't flush toilet paper down the toilets in Mexico. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it.
And we don't know exactly why. We just know it's a big no-no.
No, the sewage system is just not put together. I mean, maybe in the better parts of Mexico, but like I said, we were not in the better parts of Mexico.
Well, is it just going to clog it up? Is that the problem?
I think that they have like septic systems.
Oh, I see.
Instead of like a united whatever, like they're not all linked together. There's not plumbing or anything everywhere.
Yeah.
So
it's just going to fill it up.
It's just their septic systems cannot handle it, and so it just starts backing everything up. And I think the other thing is that they don't have necessarily the water pressure built up in the toilets. Again, I'm not a plumber, but I've just like as a rule of thumb, unless instructed otherwise, don't flush toilet paper in Mexico. So we did that. And the thing, I'm not a princess, but I did feel like one as soon as they took the things away from me because they're like, hey, you can't use the toilets. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll pee outside or whatever, pee in the dirt. That's fine. The thing that bothered me the most is we had been building the house all day Saturday, and then we get back to this community center, and immediately several people flush toilet paper and clog the whole system. And they're like, all right, well, now you can't take a shower.
Oh, man.
And I was like,
they ruined it for everybody.
I'm like, I am so dirty. I was building a house. I got sawdust all over me. Because I was making sure that it was up to code so that I didn't get shot.
I was going to say, did you find those guys with M16s to take out whoever put the toilet paper down?
They did it. I'll finger them right now. These guys right here. Shoot them.
I can't shower because of them.
Do you guys have a shower back at the military barracks? Will you take me, please?
Maybe wouldn't it be funny if they were actually just going around like, anyone needs showers or food? We're here to provide services. We just want you to know.
They may have been really nice guys. They didn't slow down or give us a second glance or anything. They just rolled on by. So I'm like, what are you guys looking for? What are you out here looking for? But yes, so I then I had to poop in the bucket, and you know
you had to.
You
make it seem like someone had the M16 to your head, like do it.
I'm climbing up. I'm gun shy, sir. I can't do this. Don't look at me. Well, listen. As we get older, you have a specific pooping time.
And we talked about this.
Yes,
actually.
yes.
You're a one-a-day man.
I'm a one-a-day man.
One a day.
Yeah.
I am like a 5 or 6 a day.
I'm having trouble wrapping my brain around this one.
I don't understand once a day. Once a day, I just walk around uncomfortable.
You got to bulk it all up. You have your bulk, and then you just put it all out. And
is that the sign for more or bulk?
You bulk it up, and then yeah.
That's how my body works. You're like, all right, we're gonna solve this. Boom, out. We're good for another day.
Yeah.
Mine is more piecemeal, little by little. It's like, okay, let's sit on the toilet, play a few games, read a few articles, drop a little bit. A couple hours, we'll do it again.
How much time in a given day do you spend in the bathroom?
An exorbitant amount.
Oh my!
Ask my wife. It is
woman.
way too much.
That
but you know
woman.
what? It's the only place I find solace.
Well, I know. See, now I understand what's going on here. You're just trying to get away.
But I am trying to get away. But apart from the solace that is the bathroom, really, it's like 5 or 6 times. My body just, like, as soon as I eat something, it's like, right back out.
Get it out. Get out.
Yeah, exactly. So that's just how it is. And I didn't even know other people didn't do that until, start talking to my wife, start talking to, like, friends and stuff. And I'm like,
sure.
Wait, what? Like, am I not normal or are you
you're
guys
the
not
weirdo.
normal? I think I'm the weird. Yeah, I think I'm the one with odd patterns. But we established it's all the milk drinking that I do. I'm blaming it on the milk.
Yes. Can I tell you something that I had revealed to me that I now I don't know where to fall on this. So when you're taking medication, if you're taking a pill, how do you do it? Like, walk me through the process
Rectally or orally?
orally taking a pill. Orally taking a pill.
Is there a wrong answer here?
You have your water and you have your pill. What would be the procedure for you to take the
I
pill?
put the pill, I put the water, and I take it down
So
like a normal human being.
that's what I do. I only recently, as in of this year, just learned that people will put water first, hold it till you have a small pool of water, drop the pill into the pool of water, and then swallow it all down.
I don't know. It seems wrong.
That's what I said. But
Pooping
then
in a bucket. Can you do it? Yeah,
Yeah.
but is it the best way?
you wait till that M16 comes out. You'll poop wherever you want. They want you to. But the argument for it is that you then never have to have a bitter pill touch your tongue, and so you never get the taste, and you can add additional water afterwards to wash it all down.
Interesting. My rebuttal would be when I put the water in and then I put the pill, it immediately starts to dissolve faster, I feel like.
Sure.
So if I can't get it down immediately, then it's super bitter. Whereas if you just put the pill on your tongue, it has that kind of coating on it, so it's not going to dissolve as quickly because it's not completely wet yet.
From a scientific standpoint, I would say that your saliva is more harsh on dissolving things than flat water would be.
It's tough to say. I mean, without going to like the full scientific research on this.
Well, your saliva has enzymes in it that helps to break down your food. Simple carbs already start breaking down in your food. That's why bread tastes sweet in your mouth.
Well, science, man, you're probably right, but I'm still sticking with pill first.
I am too, even given all those things, since I'm like, I can't do this. Like, it would take me so much more thought to be like, okay, here's my pill, put that there. Here's my water. I take that first, put that down, pick up the pill, put that in, now get the water again. What am I doing here?
Well, then you do the weird, like you have water in your mouth, so you have to like half open and then like toss the pill in. It's messy. It's messy.
Well, the argument again is that your head is back, pill, water versus, and so then it'd just be water, pill, water.
It seems like an unnecessary step. Just put the pill, the water, take it down.
Quit screwing around. Well, apparently, when I learned about this, it was a radio show that I was listening to, and neither side was understanding the other side's point of view. Like, why would you do that? Well, why would you do that?
I think they're 100% right.
Yeah.
I just think it's a bunch of extra steps. I mean, it's like going to the bathroom and like wiping, and then going and then wiping again. Like, yeah, you could
clean throughout.
You could do that, but I don't understand what the benefit is. What's your take?
What you need to do is get a bidet and have it clean while you're pooping. Spraying while pooping.
Just the whole time. Nonstop. And if we're ranting about stuff, we might as well rant about washing hands, because people are so like, did you wash your hands? Make sure after you go to the bathroom you wash your hands. I'm like, I don't care as much afterwards if I'm just urinating.
Sure.
I care about before.
Yes.
My hands have been touching stuff all the time.
Yes.
I'm bringing that stuff to the little guy down there.
My genitals are clean.
Yeah.
They don't fly around during the day.
It's the cleanest spot on my body. And now I'm taking all the dirt, everything I've touched, and I'm putting it on there.
No.
They're the innocent ones.
Yeah, I'm a hand wash beforehand for the most part.
Yeah, you should wash before and then do your business and then wash after. That's really what it should be.
Well, I mean, the argument there is that if you got pee on your hand, which every now and then will happen, you'll get a dripper here or there. So then of course you would wash your hands, but for the most part, like, I'm not peeing on my hands. Like, I'm fairly practiced in urinating. I've been doing it for a while. And so generally I'm not like, dang it. I got my hands in this.
Go? Oh, crap. Oh, it's going up in the air.
Whoa. What's going on?
Can I get some help over here? Please, you over there.
Get your hand in here. I need another hand down here.
In fact, we need more people. Get the whole line back there. Get everyone to help me.
For that matter, there's a sign, I don't know if you've seen it in the hospital, where they have a device that's put in the bottom of the toilet to like help shred.
I saw this the other day.
And the sign says, please don't put your hands in the toilet.
To clear the object.
And every time I look at it, I'm like, so somebody had to have done that for there have to have been a sign like, if at any point you have put your hands in the toilet, something went wrong. You don't need a sign for that. Just, I've never walked into a bathroom and be like, oh, thank you. Put my hands in here.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Like, who, why?
I'm just thinking, I saw that sign too, and I was like, what? Because even if let's say you clog up the toilet, right? If I clog up the toilet, my first reaction isn't, I'll stick my hand in there. I'm going to clear this clog by myself.
I'm going to clear it with my hand.
And they're like, don't worry. I wash my hands before
And after. I'm washing my hands
I'll
all
be
the
good.
No, yeah, like, who's putting their hands in the toilet? Who's putting their hands in there?
It's so funny to think about it. Also kind of scared me. I'm like, man, what kind of industrial, like what's in there?
They call it the shredder. It really takes out those big poops and just shreds them.
Shred.
That's what they don't have in Mexico. They need the shredder
They
built.
need the shredder. Can you imagine the guy that did the research on this? He's like, well, you see, Barry, my passion is shredding poop. I've been working on this for 30 years, and I perfected the perfect mechanism to shred that poop.
Your standard log, if you will, has a density of...
And then he's like, so thank you for coming to this conference. I hope you enjoy my product. But one word of caution. Please do not put your hands down to unclog because it will shred your hands.
They're like, Jim, nobody cares as much about Bob.
That's hilarious. So anyway, things that happen in Mexico.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pooping in buckets, not getting to have showers, and terrified by the M16 guys.
But
But
take it to heaven. Made. Punched.
like I said, I think it's just offsetting. I got red in my ledger. I'm trying to square up.
Were you putting your hands in the toilet?
I was putting my hands in so many toilets. That's why it really got clogged.
That's
it was
really...
me. They're like, who put their hands in the toilet? I'm like, I think it was those guys with the M16s. I don't know.
they're the ones that did it.
We should rise up against them.
It's such a human thing to do. To be like, guys, everyone in the group, I don't want you to know, the one thing we don't do is we do not put toilet paper down the toilet. Everyone's like, yes, okay. Like 10 minutes later, who did?
Are you kidding me?
And that's in everything. And it's not just that. It's every single thing. You could be like, okay, the rule is we do not walk on the grass. Please do not walk on the grass. No matter how many times you tell people, 10 minutes later,
Somebody's
people are
laying
walking
down on the grass
Yeah.
like, God.
And the sad thing is, I like to think I'm a pretty smart guy. That wouldn't be me. It's been me before. It's totally been me before. And I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking. Like, I know that I heard it 10 minutes ago.
See,
And
you mentioned the grass, and so I thought we should be on there.
that makes perfect sense. I read the sign that said, do not put my hand
I was going
in
to say,
there.
please tell me that you've never been the
And I
hands in the
thought-
toilet.
All right. We had a good run.
You thought, these people don't tell me how to live my life. No!
I like to think that after that happened, they had to have told someone, right? Like, if that happened to me, the last thing I do is tell anyone.
I sliced my hand up. How did you do it? With a knife.
Is it up? Yeah. The knife was falling, and then I was doing this.
Brush.
You got to tell the story now. You got to tell the story.
I won't tell the entire story, but again, another thing that we need to put out there is that
We're talking about potty humor. We might as well.
yes, is that dear everyone, nothing ever accidentally falls into your genitals.
There's someone out there watching that's like, well, actually.
It never accidentally falls into your genitals. So we had a guy come in with a foreign body in his urethra, and if you don't know what that is, look it up. But his excuse for how it got there was that he said that he was doing some packaging.
Yeah, he was.
There it is.
There it is.
And he said, I think it's a piece of a zip tie. It's plastic, and that he was trimming it, and it fell into his lap, and then he did kind of a brushing off, and then jammed it into his urethra.
By accident.
And so my immediate thought was,
So he was packaging naked, right?
you were doing some packaging naked, like we all do, and then pieces of plastic were just flying all over the place.
It's intense packaging.
and then it landed in your lap, and you brushed it into your urethra, into your soft or were you erect at that point? So you're hard, and then it just came flying.
Packaging
down.
does it for him. That's
Oh my god, this is going to FedEx in a little bit. Oh my god. Maybe it was a really nice wrap job. Who knows?
yeah. Wrapped it up real good.
Yeah, and
So then he goes to the hospital.
yeah, and then we had to get it out, me and the old doctor, and she was able to get a hold of it with a clamp and pull it out. And
But little did you know,
But-
there was a surprise.
I think he was attempting to encourage it out because I believe he was pushing, and so as soon as the
When you say
doctor,
encourage, I imagine him like speaking to it softly. Like, come on, little guy. Come on.
can do
You can do it. Don't be afraid. It's
It's
okay.
okay, sweetheart. Just let it go. Just let it go.
Just like-
So as the doctor was pulling with all her might to release this, he was pushing, I think. And so as soon as it came free, we got a
and you're,
shower.
you're positioned right in front,
yeah,
front
I
and
was.
center.
I mean, directly in front of him because I was chaperoning, and so he went ahead and golden showered both me and the doctor. Which, jokes on him, that was on my bucket list.
so
Although
check.
I imagined the configuration slightly differently when I said have golden shower with a hot doctor, but that's okay.
still counts.
Still counts. I didn't specify. And so yeah,
The universe just gave you what you wanted. You should have been more clear.
You should have next time clarify. And so yeah, I had to get a different pair of scrubs for the day because I got a little bit of a splash. I was in the splash
You're
zone.
in the splash zone.
It's like Shamu.
Who needs to go to SeaWorld to go to the ER?
No.
I love the excuses though. Like they're making it up on the spot. Like
I was
at least come with a better story. Like you have all that time to think about
yeah,
it. Stop
yeah.
and be like, okay, this has to be somewhat believable. Like maybe someone else stuck it in there. Maybe I was getting down and we were getting frisky. Like, come on.
I was sleeping and a random thief broke into my house and started jamming things in my urethra. He only got one in before I was able to stop him. Sir, no. Please. I was in Bible study.
Yeah.
I was deep in prayer. And this man assaulted me. I don't know.
I love the falls. Those are my favorite. How did this happen? I fell. I fell and it just, I don't know how it happened. And the look on their face just says everything. Like they know exactly how it happened and it wasn't a fall.
We all know how this happened. You're not fooling anyone. No one is fooled.
That's so funny. So lessons we've learned:
Don't package naked.
don't never package naked. Do not drop the toilet paper down the toilet in Mexico.
And for the love of God, don't put your hands in the
Do
toilet.
not stick your hand down the toilet in the industrial toilet.
In any toilet.
At home is okay.
No,
There are no signs saying
no.
If that's your thing, go ahead and do it at home, just not in the industrial ones.
I there are no words.
So we'll see you in the next one.